So today we will study about multinuclear NMR. So before start this topic, multinuclear NMR, you have to know the following 3 points that should be printed in your mind so that you will do problem easily. So these are the selection of appropriate isotope of NMR. So we have to select first the spin value, that in between if I have half 3 by 2, 5 by 2, 7 by 2 like that, which spin will be greater priority. So spin half will be, we will give a higher preference than any other spin value. And if I have a spin value half spin, that is higher abundance, natural abundance high, that may be proton or phosphorus or fluorine or rhodium, and if I have a low natural abundance like carbon, silicon, nitrogen, then I have to see, because both are spin half, so I will give higher priority to the half spin higher abundance. You can see the second point, sensitivity, that higher abundance, natural abundance is greater priority given by lower abundance. If you see that is greater than half spin high quadrupolar moment and low quadrupolar moment, that is chlorine, bromine, iodine in high quadrupolar moment. So high quadrupolar moment means they behave like a non-magnetic nuclei. So this will half spin low quadrupolar moment, that is you can see this is greater than half the spin value and also have this low quadrupolar moment. We will discuss more on this quadrupolar moment in Mossbar spectra. Just remember these points for timing now. We will discuss in this quadrupolar moment more detail in Mossbar spectra. So now the relaxation time, you can see we will give higher priority to the high relaxation time than low relaxation time. Now depending upon the concentration of the nuclei, there is natural abundance, and the value of the spin and quadrupolar moment, we have 7 type of system. General system, we have more than that, but generally there are 7 type of system. So the first system, you can see only half spin. You can see this first system, there is only half spin and half concentrated nuclei, means whatever the nuclei is present in the system will have natural abundance high. You can see this P4, only phosphorus 31 will be present in high abundance. In this molecule, that is P4S3, S sulfur is not NMR active, so this P4 will give a peak, so P4 31 phosphorus. In this case, that is fluorine will give, because it will have high half spin value and Br is not that much NMR active. You can see similarly fluorine is NMR active and not iodine, similarly in this case. Now if you see the second system, 2 type of half spin and concentrated nuclei. So this hydrogen fluoride, hydrogen half spin, that is nuclear quantum number is half, and fluorine also half. Phosphorus, fluorine both are concentrated, means higher natural abundance also in different atoms, and both have half spin. Similarly for PH3 and PF5. Now there are 3 or more, we can say we have 1, 2, 3. Hydrogen have half spin, phosphorus is half, and fluorine also half, and all are concentrated nuclei. Now we come to fourth system, that is concentrated half spin and dilute half spin. What is that? Dilute means low abundance. The natural abundance of that nuclei will be less. What is that example? You can see CH4. We know that carbon 13 has low abundance, so this is dilute half spin and this is concentrated half spin. We have concentrated half spin and dilute half spin. And similarly for this, we have dilute, concentrated, dilute, concentrated. Now come to the fifth system, that is 2 concentrated half spin plus 1 dilute half spin. So we have 2 concentrated, that is hydrogen and fluorine, and 1 dilute, that is carbon. And sixth one is 1 concentrated half spin plus 2 dilute half spin. That means this is, you can see carbon and silicon, 2 dilute half spin, and this hydrogen has 1 concentrated half spin. And we will see also molecule with quadrupolar nuclei in the example. Now come to the very first example, the first system, that is half spin concentrated nuclei. You can see phosphorus in the P4 state. So this will have a structure tetrahedral. You can see this will like this. So what will be given by NMR spectra? If you see this P4, what will be the splitting pattern? How many signal it will give? That you have to predict. So if you know that there are 4 phosphorus atoms, now if you see these phosphorus atoms, all phosphorus are equivalent. All are in same environment. That means they will not split. They will give a singlet, and 4 phosphorus singlet we will get. Now come to the next example, that is P4S3. If you see P4S3, so this phosphorus is top side and 3 phosphorus at bottom, and in between this phosphorus 1 sulfur atom is inserted. So you can see 3 sulfur and 4 phosphorus. So if you see this system, you can see in this ball stick model also, it is better to visualize this molecule in ball stick model. You can see this atom, that is phosphorus atom, is in different environment, and these 3 phosphorus atom are in different environment. These 3 are equivalent, and this one is another equivalent atom. So this will give, due to this phosphorus, this will the singlet will be splitted into a quadrate n+1 rule, and this will give 3 phosphorus doublet due to this phosphorus. So this will give quadrate and doublet. Now come to the next molecule, that is BrF3. So we know that the fluorine is NMR active and Br is not NMR active. You can see BrF3, the shape is T shape. Now if you see this, if you misunderstand that there are 3 fluorine, so we will get a singlet. That will not the answer, because these 2 fluorine are in different environment than this one. So this will equivalent and this will not equivalent to that 2 fluorine. So this will 2 fluorine we will get 1 signal, and also 1 fluorine we will get another signal. Now what will the splitting pattern? 2 fluorine we will get doublet, and 1 fluorine we will get triplet. So doublet of triplet we will get. For one fluorine we will get triplet, and for this fluorine we will get this 2 fluorine we will get a doublet and triplet. So IF7, you can see IF7 also. So there are 5 fluorine, the structure is pentagonal bipyramidal. So IF7 means we have 7 fluorine atoms. 5 fluorine are in equatorial and 2 are in axial. So these 2 will give different signal, and this 5 will give different signal. So we will get 2 signal, and this 2 will give 2 fluorine sextet, and this 5 will give 5 fluorine triplet. Now we will see the isomer of SF3Cl3. So you can see there are 2 isomers of this molecule. One is facial and another one is meridigonal. You can remember easily that if the 2 atoms are in diagonal to each other, that is same atom if are present in diagonal, that will be meridigonal, and the reverse one is the facial one. So if you see this molecule, that is the facial isomer, how many signal we will get for this facial isomer we have to count. Now if you see there are 3 fluorines, 1 fluorine is at axial and another 2 are equatorial. Now if you see this will give another signal, this 2 will give another signal, then you will end up with wrong answer, because these 3 fluorine are equivalent and these 3 chlorine are equivalent, and chlorine will not NMR active and sulfur also. So we have NMR active only fluorine, so we will get only 1 signal for facial isomer. So if you see the meridigonal one, now if you see these 2 are in axial position and this is in equatorial position, these 2 are equivalent and this is another atom. So this 2 fluorine will give 2 fluorine doublet, and this 1 fluorine will give triplet due to presence of these 2 fluorine. So this will give doublet and triplet, and this will give only singlet. So by this you can differentiate which is facial isomer and which is mirror diagonal isomer. So this much is enough for half spin concentrated nuclei.